The film is set in Chicago, where a criminal defense lawyer named Maya and her husband Cal attend a session with a family psychologist. Maya confronts Cal about seeing him in a cafe holding hands with a stranger, which Cal dismisses as merely an encounter with a childhood friend before leaving the session prematurely to attend his mother's birthday. Maya expresses her frustration to the psychologist about Cal's mother being overly involved in their marriage and reveals Cal lost his job as an anesthesiologist 8 months prior due to negligence and a harmful habit. Later, Maya joins the celebration. Although her mother-in-law, Azalea, is more pleased to see Jenna, her son's childhood friend. Maya's friend is Charlize, the wife of Cal's older brother, a prosecutor named Ray. The next day, Mia is approached for help by a renowned artist named Zaire. The man claims that he has been falsely accused of eliminating his missing girlfriend named Heidi. He says that for some reason unknown to him, prosecutor Ray simply hates him. The artist was advised to hire Maya as the best lawyer, even though he knows that Ray is her brother-in-law. Cal doesn't want his wife to defend this artist. Maya asks him not to dictate her actions. She is currently supporting their family, and this fee for the job will help them get by for a few months. Paparazzi are camped around Zaire's house, so Maya goes to his loft for the meeting herself. The artist shows her his paintings and also shares that he met the Mexican waitress Heidi in Italy while on vacation. For half a year, they were inseparable. One day, returning from an exhibition, he found that she had disappeared. Maya explains that the blood traces found by the police match Heidi's blood type. There is a video that Heidi sent to her sister in Mexico. She asks for protection, fearing Zaire will eliminate her. The man does not understand how this could have happened. Maya returns home. Unexpectedly arriving for dinner, Ray announces his intention to run for mayor. He and Azalea discourage Maya from taking on Zaire's case. Hearing Ray's words about how she wants to ruin his election campaign and also about her wanting to simply anger his brother Cal, who does everything for her, Maya decides to defend Zaire. She obtains permission from a judge to take his case. Maya's friend, a private investigator named Jimmy, goes to Mexico to the location of the cell tower Heidi used to send her message. But it's gang territory, no families live there. There is also no birth certificate for Heidi, and the locals have never even heard of her. Jimmy advises Maya to speak with the owner of one of the galleries, named Renee, who is a witness for the prosecution. Zaire tells that Renee gave him a start early in his career. They even lived together for a while, but then he moved out because they had nothing in common. The artist confesses to Maya that he finds her attractive. She is smart and confident. He feels that she has feelings for him too. However, the girl asks to keep their relationship professional. After seeing the lawyer off, a disappointed Zaire goes down to the basement of the apartment building, which houses a nightclub. Returning home, Maya sees Cal playing online with Jenna. The next day, the artist apologizes for the previous evening. He has a neighbor visiting him, which he is not shy about at all. Maya leaves, but then returns to Zaire's loft. He says he always dreamed of a woman like her. And she always dreamed of someone spontaneous like him. Now, a portrait of Maya hangs above Zaire's bed. The lawyer meets with Renee. She says that in their relationship, Zaire never showed any cruelty. But he is a womanizer and once even hung her portrait above his bed. Hearing this, the girl runs to the artist's loft and discovers that behind her portrait, there are many others. Zaire confesses that he loves her, but she doesn't want to hear anything. At the meeting with Azalea and Ray, the girl confesses to her inappropriate relationship with a client. Her mother-in-law kicks her out. To distract herself, Maya flies to the Dominican Republic. In the hotel, she unexpectedly encounters Heidi working there, who, however, refuses to follow her to the police, fights off, and runs away. Maya calls Ray and tells him that Zaire is innocent. The prosecutor tells her to come home, and he will send his investigator there. Maya arrives at Ray's house, where she accidentally finds a portrait of Charlize painted by Zaire. It turns out to be a plan by Ray and Azalea to frame Zaire, who once seduced Charlize. But now it's uncovered. Azalea and Ray demand the scared Charlize to attack Maya. She refuses to follow their order and starts to fight off these criminals with her friend. The lawyer even manages to escape from her pursuers, unlike Charlize. On the highway, she meets Cal. He puts her in the car, promising to call the police. However, it turns out he is in cahoots with his mother and brother. Maya calls him weak compared to the real man Zaire, successful and with money. She then unbuckles Cal's belt and turns the steering wheel to free herself. The prosecutor, running for mayor, is arrested. All charges against the artist are dropped. Zaire sends Maya messages asking for a meeting, but she throws her phone away. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss out on new videos. Thanks for watching.